I'll be ready to dive in.
You're good to go.
Thank you. So I'm Shavonna for you guys who don't know. In this training, I'm going to do a little bit of on time management. You guys, hold one second. Okay, so I'm going to start off with three simple questions, not for you guys to answer me, but for you to ask yourself. And the first question is, and I got my notes right here because I'm scatterbrained, I'm all over the place, and I'll forget what I'm talking about like that. So the first question is, who are you when things get hard in life, in your business, and whatever is going on? Are you a pusher or are you a runner? Second question, what are your habits, your daily habits outside of the business? What are the daily habits that you do on a regular day basis? The third question is, do they benefit you? Okay. I'm sorry, I got my phone. You are what you make time for. If you're broke, you made time to get broke. If you got money, then that is a reflection of the time you have put into a thing. And I'm gonna probably end up saying time a lot too. So a bum and a billionaire both have 24 hours in a day. The difference is how they choose to spend it. And that's with anything that we do, whether it's your business, your kids, you got pets or whatever, you are a reflection of what you make time for. If your kids are all over the place, are you putting enough time and effort into where they're falling short? If your business is not where it needs to be, are you putting enough time and effort into the things that you need to do to go to the next level? These are questions that you should ask yourself daily to up level in this business. Your actions are a reflection of the time that you spend on a thing. I'm going to use myself as an example. I used to pride myself on being like a jack of all trades. But what good is being able to do all the things if you master nothing? This is something I had to battle with within myself. Like, this business has caused me to grow so much, not only physically, but I mean like on a whole nother mental level. Like, I do not think the way that I did when I first started this business. And I thought I knew everything. Like, I came in here like, this is gonna be a breeze. I'm used to managing businesses, so I'm more of a corporate kind of worker. So being able to build a business for myself, you think it would have been easy, but this is like 80% mindset, 20% us, y'all. And it's a crazy thing to have to learn how to be yourself, if that makes sense. Like, we spend so much time with our guard up and playing the role that we you just forget to be yourself most of the time. And it's something that we should focus on. Like me, my habit is I read. I read a lot, but I wasn't always reading the right thing, like romance novels, suspense thrillers. Like, if it caught my attention, I'm reading it. I don't care if it was a newspaper or a documentary, I'm reading it. That's just the type of person I am. But what was I gaining from reading those romance novels? I mean, Sam kissed Susan, they went on a cruise, walked on the beach, and I'm still broke. Book finished, and I'm still broke. So that was a habit that I had to change. I bake. I can go in there and make treats and things for my kids all day long. What am I benefiting from that? I mean, I got some happy kids, but that's about it. Like, it's not helping me push my business. It wasn't helping me in life. I was just doing all the things without any direction. Like, I didn't have a plan. So if you're going to do a thing, make sure that it is going to benefit you. And I don't care if this is a habit or a hobby, whatever it is. I read, I bake, I exercise. Let me tell you how all of these things can tie into my business. I switched up what I read. I put down my novels and I started reading self-help books. I started reading business growing books. If it wasn't something that was going to grow me up here, I don't pick it up. That taught me how to level up in my business. That changed my whole way of thinking towards life, period. I've begun to write. Sorry, y'all, I can't talk. You're going to learn that throughout this live. Like, I stumble over my words, something serious. But began writing my own book. When I started this business, I never aspired to be an author. Like it wasn't nowhere in my plans, but it came up because I'm like, I could use this. And it's something that I have a passion for, reading, writing, things like that. If I'm going to do a thing, then I might as well make it work for me. No, that's not bringing me money right now, but it will. It's the future you have to see. You have to grow a vision. If you don't have vision, you're not going to get anywhere. And vision without goals is pointless. Goals without action is pointless. It's just thoughts. I bake. I had to get good at that. Yeah, I could throw some treats together, but where's the value in it? I had to get books. I had to watch videos. Like we have to watch trainings and we have to read books. Same thing. If you want it to work for you, you have to work for it. You can't serve something that's not serving you. If you don't have a passion for it, don't do it. Lead with passion in everything that you do. Pursue your passions only. It will tie into your business anyway. Beginning to write that book took me to a whole new, can't even think of the word that I'm looking for, but it brought a whole new, you know, I don't, y'all see how scatterbrained I am? I can't even think of the word, but people, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole new brand of people to me. People I never even thought, coming out of the blue, other authors, other writers, other people. I started friending other moms who bake, a whole new brand of people. I'm an ultimate thriver. I've been exercising. This is some of the hardest stuff I have ever done in my life. I love to exercise. I'm all about move your body, but I stepped it up a whole lot since this began. And let me tell you guys something. It did not start out easy, okay? Like I thought I was gonna like give up hope today, but I made it through it. And it's the same with our business. You got to push through it. When I do planks, I do 5 sets, 20 to 45 seconds. When I go down, consider yourself falling in your business. That's the perspective I got from doing this. Every time I got down, I could not wait to the moment when I could get back up. Please excuse my children, they're crazy. But every time I got down, I could not wait to get back up. And imagine, I do this 5 sets. So that's 5 times I have to fall down and get back up. But once I get down there and I'm going through the hard part and my arms are shaking and I'm just going through the most while I'm down there, that's rough. That's tough. It's not an easy thing to do. But I know that once I make it through it, I'm going to get back up again. And I'm going to rest and I'm going to move on and all the things. I'm sorry, let me stay on my notes because I get to rambling here, y'all. Hold on. Okay. So what you invest in, you become. Treat your time like money because time is money and everyone is not deserving of it. So watch who you give your time to. Critics are going to be all around you. Ignore your critics. You know why they can criticize? Because they make time for it. We don't have time for that, especially now with all we have on the table in front of us now. We don't have time to plead your case or defend your business. You knew what this business can do and what it has done for you when you got into it. You don't have to justify that to anybody. That's time you could have been reaching out to someone else, changing someone else's life. Beware of the gossipers. Your friends who call and they just want to, hey girl, what are you doing? And you spend 2 hours on the phone. And then what did you gain from that? I had that real bad. 2 hours of my life gone and I have accomplished nothing. I didn't learn anything. I probably don't even remember what the conversation was about. Those are leeches. Those are called time suckers. And they will suck the time right out of your day if you allow it. People who are going nowhere in life want you to go with them or stay stuck with them. They don't mind if you're not succeeding. Why? Because they don't care about succeeding themselves. And they're fine with that. I mean, if you're fine with that, like I'm not here to, tell anybody how to change their life or anything, but you shouldn't be fine with that. What are y'all talking about? Is it goals? Is it where you see yourself 5 years from now? What's going to get you there? Are you putting a plan of action together? Because that's what me and my friends talk about now. I can sit at lunch for 3 hours, goal planning, game planning, life. That's what I'm on. So when people come to me and they want to talk about their sister, babies, daddies, cheating, I don't care. I don't have time for it. I'm missing out on something important doing that. So, have any of you ever experienced not knowing where your day went? I had a lot of those moments too. Laying in the bed, you read a book for 3, 4 hours, and then the kids start going crazy. And then, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. Now I'm sitting down to work my business and it's 7 o'clock at night. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? Like, okay, yeah, I still got time to work, but I've lost the day. Like, your time is money. Your time is your effort. So if you're not putting effort into your business and you're letting every little thing distract you, you're never going to grow. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off kind of red, like this is just how I am. And this is all the time. This is what you get. But you're a reflection of the time that you spend. So don't misuse it. If you don't know where your day went, it's because you misused it. And every time you do that, you don't fail yourself, you fail your family. You fail your kids, you fail your husband, your spouse, your boyfriend, all of those things in there. You're failing your fur babies because you're not making time for what's important, doing what you want. Oh, I can do it tomorrow. It can wait till later. Have a sense of urgency. What if your later turns into tomorrow, which turns into a week from now, which turns into a month? How much would you have lost? You're robbing your family of the dreams that they have and the life you all could be living every single time you say later. Every single time a week goes by or days go by and you haven't posted, you haven't shown up, you're failing your family, not just yourself. I mean, you're failing yourself, but you're failing the life that you could have given to someone else. You're failing that promoter who slipped through the cracks because you didn't post that day, or you didn't reach out, or you didn't follow up. You're failing those people because you could have changed their life. You hold in your hand the key to change other people's life. So if you don't show up for yourself, there's a possibility they may find it from someone else, but it could have been you. And I mean, hey, if that's fine with you, I mean, that's fine. Like, we're matching efforts over here. So, it is what it is. But my point is, use your time to make your time valuable. Let me say that again. Use your time to make your time valuable. If people don't value your time, they don't value you. If a person can call you up and just say, hey, I want to do a one-on-one. Are you available to do a one-on-one, or have you planned your day out and you have things to do? You're not always going to be able to be at everyone's beck and call. And if you're new in this business, your best bet is to start out being resourceful, because we got whole ass lives going around here. And I'm sorry if you got your littles around, but it's true. Like, I got 3 kids, I got a dog, I run a baking business, I run my Thrive business. Like, I got family. I got a whole lot going on, but I make time for this because this is my passion. This is home right here. Now, I'm not going to leave the other stuff out, but this is a very big, important part of me. So I'm going to make time for that. And you should too. Make sure that your daily habits benefit you. There's nothing wrong with having habits. I'm not saying you guys can enjoy your guilty pleasures. I still read my books and things like that, but I make sure I'm being intentional. And if I'm going to take time to go watch movies with my kids, engage with my family, I make sure I've done all the things first. I did my follow-ups first. I'm going to make sure I got my post up, my stories are set, my day for tomorrow is planned out, like all the things before I unplug, because that's what we would consider unplugging for a while. Everyone needs to unplug. You need your family time. That's why we jump in this business. Time freedom, financial freedom, whatever your why is and however that look, Make sure you make time for that, because that's why you do this in the first place. But do everything with intention. That's all I'm saying. Be intentional. Okay. Don't look left or right. There's no need to. I say that because I've seen, thank God I've never went through, but people get jealous of others, or you get into the why bubble. Why not me? Why that person? Oh, she's only been here for 3 days and she went 4K. Her story is not your story. You don't know the backdrop of what people go through before they come in this business or before they meet you. So for you to feel a type of way about that, that is selfish. And that's just as real as it gets. That is selfish, because they're a product of their time. They're a product of how they spent their time and where they put their efforts. So if someone comes in here and they're killing the game, you don't know how long they struggled before they started killing the game. They just were not in the right spot. There are a lot of people in this tribe that have came from different companies and they were failing, and they had to get in the right spot with the right comp plan at the right time to succeed. And it's just their time. So, okay. Like Britt has a podcast. She is a reflection of what she puts her time into. She reads books. She listens to audibles. She's listening to podcasts. She's constantly doing self-development, constantly growing herself to make her podcast valuable. That brings value to her business. You see how her habits can make money for her. Candy puts time into her treats. She gets good at it. She doesn't wing it. She puts effort into it. Therefore, her side hustle is valuable. People value the stuff she's putting out. They value the things she sells. Why? Because she puts her passion and effort into it. And she goes above and beyond to make it valuable for others. Krista puts value into her business. That's why she puts time into her content photos and pictures, business classes, wording, books. This is how you spend your time to make yourself valuable. So if you are not, you cannot be upset at rewards that you did not receive for effort you didn't put in. And that's just facts. So don't spend time looking at others' efforts. Think about what you can do to redeem the time that you have lost. Because that's what you do every time you look to the left. That's time lost. You looking to the right. That's time lost. While you're worried about the next person, you're failing yourself. Every time you take your eye off the prize, you lose your time and you're going to start over. This is a 90-day business, and every time you take a break, you start over. And sometimes it takes longer than that to start over. Trust me, I know. It took me a long time to come back from some falls and some slips. It doesn't happen overnight, but it will happen. That means you got to give up some pleasures. Things you want to do, I don't know, whatever your daily habits is, or your guilty pleasures, I'll put it that way. In order to redeem the time you've lost, you got to give up some pleasures. You got to get more disciplined. And I'm not just preaching at y'all. I talk to myself this way. That's why I can dish it like that, because I had to take it myself. I sat in our team chat this morning. I said, Candy gave me an aha moment, because the things we voice message now to the team and the way I go live and the things we talk about, all of this was said to us 2 years ago. The same things I'm preaching now was preached to me 2 years ago. I wasn't at a point to where I could receive it. I wasn't at a point to where I could take that direction with a grain of salt and grow and be better. I thought I knew it all. But not doing what you want means you're making time to do what's important. I'm going to give you guys some perspective. Perspective means disciplining your emotions. Some people will believe in you, some people won't. Accept it. It comes with the territory. You don't get in your feels about it. Like I said, you don't have to defend it. We know we got our hands on gold. There's no need to prove it. There are billions of people out in the world who will believe in what we have our hands on, who will join your tribe, who will join your team. I don't care if you had to go through 50 people to find that one. That one will become 100 if you keep going. Your mind will automatically set you up for failure if you let it. You don't need motivation to do that. You don't need motivation to not believe in yourself. You don't need motivation to want to lack. We're designed that way. But it is on you to decide, hey, every morning, because every morning you have to decide. It's not a light bulb that goes off and it's a one-time thing. No, this is an everyday thing. Every morning you get up, you have to decide. In spite of everything that is going on, in spite of whatever I'm faced with, I will rise above this. I am unstoppable. I'm capable every day. I don't care if your whole team walked away. When you rise the next morning, you are unstoppable. If you got yourself there once, you can bring yourself back from that. Don't allow yourself to be a victim of your circumstances. It's not your fault. Those people didn't, everyone isn't meant for your journey. Everybody isn't going to go the distance. So some people might go to a rank with you. They may not be around for the next one. And you have to be okay with it. It comes with the territory. That's why you continuously work your business. The same way those people were attracted to you, other people are going to be attracted to you. Hold on, y'all. I lost my place. Okay. This is my boy. Les Brown said, weeds don't need encouragement to grow. If you're just starting out in this business, or I don't care if you've been around a while, you need to be like a weed. You got to be willing to come up out of a crack in the sidewalk or out of the side of a building, because I've seen them grow everywhere. But it's that persistence. They don't need water. They don't need sunshine. They don't need anything. You don't need a team. You are your team. Yes, we're aware that if you want to go to certain levels, you're going to need a team. But what I'm saying is you are your own hustle. You're your own fire to fuel. You need a team to go to the next level, but the leader pulls the team because the leader creates duplication. So if you're not putting it out there, if you're not leading from the front, how are they going to lead their people? Like, we are a team, but you are like a one-man band. You toot your own horn. No one has to clap for you. You do it for yourself, and you teach other people how to grow their mind, how to clap for themselves, how to be proud of their self, and they're going to teach it to their team. It's duplication. That's what we do. You build leaders. You don't build followers. Everyone will start out a follower until they grow their mind enough to lead. Don't stay in the same mindset that you were in when you hit your VIP period, or if you missed it. Who cares? There's always tomorrow. There is always tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised, but neither was today. I think that every day. When people say, oh, well, you're building for your future, or, tomorrow's not promised, you might as well live for today. I live for today every day, because today wasn't promised, and today can be yesterday and another yesterday. So I would rather spend my days planning for a good day than to fail myself and sell myself short out of fear of what the next day brings. So, if you want to be a rose, yes, son. Let Jayla do it. Short intermission, y'all. Sorry. I know you did. Here, put that on there for him. PJ mask. But anyway. Mom life, y'all. Real deal. But if you want to be a rose, you want to be an orchid or something exotic, You got to have the aggression of a weed, but you got to switch it up. You got to get conditioned for it. That stuff doesn't just grow in the dirt. You got to be ready. If you want your business to turn into something beautiful, like that garden of roses and things like that, you have to be ready for the resistance. You have to prepare yourself, because it won't happen overnight, but it's a beautiful thing when it does happen. Because the higher you go in this company, the more static you're going to get. And I used to think that I would never experience it. I would see other promoters go through things and I'm like, oh my God, like they got drama within their team, or, you know, this, that, and the other. And thank God he never brought anybody like that to me, or, you know, whatever. But baby, I'm here to tell you, it happens. And that's not talking about anybody. I'm telling you, you have to be prepared for the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can't just think it's all going to be peaches and creams once you reach a certain level. The higher you get, the harder it gets. The more people you have to deal with. Everybody's not going to get along. Everybody's not going to want to go to the level you want to go to. You know what I'm saying? People are going to leave, and you have to be okay with that. You just have to lead with grace and do what it is you're here to do. Keep that same heart that brought you in this business. Keep that same vision and focus that kept you in this business. As long as you don't lose sight of that, nothing else matters. I've had a whole big team, lost them all. And guess what? I'm still here today. I still ranked up afterwards, because you are more than just who supports you. You're your own band. Don't be a victim. You got yourself in a situation, you can get yourself out of it. It is your responsibility to get yourself where you want to be. It's not your uplines, it's not your downlines, it's not your, oh, well, I can't level up because my team isn't working. How hard are you working? Well, no one was placed under me. So you still can do it. Sign somebody else, and then sign somebody on top of them. Teach them how to sign people, and then duplicate that down. Place some people under some other people. You do it. You don't expect it. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, oh well, you weren't here for that from the jump. You were here to get it out the mud. You were here because you want that lifestyle. That's what I'm after. I see the lifestyle. I don't see the ranks and things like that. That's all great. And that's all coming to me. I claim all things. But I want you to envision with me for a second. When you visualize yourself in the future, what do you see? Do you see rank, money? What is it that you see? Because I see that stage, not for the rank, because I know when I get to that specific space in life, the lifestyle that comes with it. That's what pulls me at night. That's what keeps me commenting. That's what keeps me waking up and engaging and doing all these things. For one, I'm passionate about it. I love my products. I love this company. I love my business, both of them. I love everything that I do, because I turned my habits into passions, and my passions work for me. My book writing and reading brings me money. My baking brings me money. All of this helps me push this business. It all ties in together. But you have to be able to lead yourself before you can begin to try to lead others. Create a blueprint. This is going to be the last part of my notes, so I'm going to leave you guys there, but you got to create a blueprint. Okay, what's the blueprint? I'm going to give you all the deeds. The blueprint is your vision, foundation, frame, and structure. I don't know much about building a house, but I know it consists of all these things. So, your vision. First, you have to see it. I saw it. It hasn't even happened yet. That's the why. If you don't know what a why is, or you don't know what your why is, it's that thing you see that you can't live without. It's something you want so bad that you're willing to lose sleep for it. You're willing to stay up all night for it. You're willing to go balls to the walls for it. That's your why. So first you have to see it. That's your vision. Your foundation. You got to lay it out. That's your perfecting your content. That's your posting. That's your consistency. That is you laying your foundation. Your consistency is your foundation. How you begin to build your business is how you set the tone for your business. Next comes your frame. Now you got the first structure. You got a couple people up under you, you got your team going, you know, you're consistent, you have somewhat of a customer base going on. That's your frame right there. That's your network. You're building. Now you have workers, even though, you know, we're our own bosses. We don't have workers. It's just a metaphor. But that's your network. That's your workers. That is your team members. That's your frame right there. Now, you as a leader, you have to build the structure. You got to put your structure in. That's trainings, that's setting boundaries, that's duplication, that is bringing people in, that's being that shoulder to cry on, and that's being that swift kicking ass that people need to. You got to have both. You can't have one without the other out of fear of how someone will feel. You're not going to get there. And if you love them, you'll tell them. If you love them, you'll push. You got pushed. You push yourself. Why not push others? If they can't handle it, they weren't built for it. I'm not saying be, you know, mean or like, you know, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like, don't let people sleep on themselves. If you're willing to go all the way and they're willing to go all the way, why not? But have boundaries. Don't spread yourself too thin. Because like I said in the beginning, we started this business for freedom. We started this business for your family, for your kids, for time freedom, for financial freedom, whatever it is. You started for that reason. So make sure that you make time for that. But make sure what you are making time for when you're not handling business still benefits you, whatever that may be. Plan your day, or it will be planned by someone else. You'll always have a job, and someone will end up burying you. Live an average life in an average grave. So that's all I got, you guys. And I'm sorry. I hope I didn't go like infrared on you all and like, you know, hurt some feelings or something. Like I mean it, and I said it with the most love possible. And I mean, just kill it. Like, kill it. The things that are on the table are things that people have to fight for years to get. And we got it at our fingertips. You telling me it's not something worth, you know, taking a couple hits for? It's not worth working for? To me, it is. I want everything that's coming to me. And you should too. If you push that promoter button, you had some kind of vision. You had some kind of pull. So just go with it. And I love you guys. Krista, you want to add anything or anybody? Because that's all I got.
Nope, you killed it. I don't have nothing to say.
So I'll see you guys next time and have a great night.